Do you know what poisons life and significantly worsens its quality after the age of 70? These 10 things lose all meaning after 70. By letting go of them, you'll gain joy, peace, and a surge of new energy that will fill your life. It's time to look at life from a new perspective and allow yourself a little more freedom. In Martha Williams's story, you may recognize yourself. Martha is 72 years old and spent her entire life working as a teacher. Now retired, she has 3 grandchildren and a beloved garden, but deep inside, she often feels anxious. She is used to denying herself things, worrying about others' opinions, and holding on to old belongings she no longer needs. This prevents her from living easily and enjoying life. But there's good news. It is possible to live with ease and joy, regardless of age. We'll go over 10 things to let go of after 70 to make life simpler and happier. You'll learn why excessive frugality, grudges, and fear of change no longer make sense, and how to free yourself from these unnecessary worries. Pay special attention to point number 7, as it's particularly important. Let's dive in together and improve your life. Chances are you'll recognize yourself in these situations and feel a strong urge to make these small changes. Rate in the comments how helpful this video was for you on a scale from 1 to 10. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow our community. Let's get started. Excessive frugality. Life isn't just about saving. It's time to enjoy what you have. Martha has always been careful with every penny. Since her youth, she has been saving for a rainy day, cutting back on personal expenses, and rarely allowing herself to buy things just for pleasure. Even now, with a stable income from her pension and savings, she hesitates to spend an extra dollar on something enjoyable, whether it's new clothes, a delicious meal at a cafe, or an exciting trip. Many older adults face the same issue. They've spent years putting money aside, but now feel afraid to use it. However, the purpose of saving isn't just to accumulate wealth, it's to make life more comfortable and enjoyable. Wouldn't you agree? How to start enjoying your savings. Allow yourself small pleasures, dining out, a nice gift for yourself or loved ones. Reevaluate your expenses. Perhaps you're still cutting costs in areas where you no longer need to. Travel and try new experiences. Your money should work for you, not just sit unused. Invest in your health and comfort, comfortable furniture, good shoes, quality food. All of this will significantly increase your enjoyment of life. Have you noticed yourself being overly frugal? What do you still save on, and what have you finally allowed yourself to enjoy? The next point also negatively affects your life. Holding on to grudges. Harboring resentment is pointless. It only hurts your health. Martha still remembers a disagreement with a friend that happened 10 years ago. They couldn't reach an understanding back then, and since that day, Martha has avoided contact with her. Deep inside, though, she misses her friend. Every time she thinks about that situation, her mood worsens, and she is filled with bitterness. Many people can relate to this. Grudges against friends, relatives, or neighbors can last for years, bringing nothing but negativity. Studies have even shown that long-term resentment can harm health, raise blood pressure, and weaken the immune system. How to let go of unnecessary grudges. Accept that the past cannot be changed. Focus on the present instead. If possible, talk to the person and try to find a compromise. If reconciling isn't an option, let go of the situation for your own peace of mind. Practice gratitude. It helps shift focus from negativity to positivity. Think of the person and mentally express words of gratitude. Engage in activities you love to distract yourself from unpleasant thoughts. Do you tend to hold on to grudges, or do you forgive easily? Here's something else you should let go of. Worn-out clothes and old items. Surround yourself with comfort, not clutter. Martha has a hard time letting go of things. Her closet still holds dresses she wore 30 years ago, and her storage room is filled with stacks of newspapers and useless boxes. She insists that everything might come in handy one day, but in reality, all this clutter only crowds her home and prevents her from truly enjoying a cozy space. As we age, we often become attached to objects, associating them with memories. But is it really worth keeping broken chairs, outdated clothes, and meaningless souvenirs if they no longer bring joy? The good news is that anyone can start decluttering. A tidy, open space at home creates a sense of lightness and makes life easier. What can you do? Go through your wardrobe and get rid of clothes that no longer fit or haven't been worn in years. Clear out your storage areas. Discard unnecessary boxes, old electronics, and items kept just in case. Keep only the things that truly make your home feel cozy and inviting. If it's hard to throw things away, donate good items to those who can use them. Have you noticed how excess stuff creates clutter not just in your home, but also in your mind? Here's another important point: the need to please everyone. Martha has always tried to be accommodating to those around her. She helped her neighbors, looked after her grandchildren, and cooked dinner for the whole family, even when she was exhausted. She rarely said no because she was afraid of upsetting others. But deep inside, she felt like her own desires and needs were always pushed to the back seat. Over time, many people realize that it's impossible to please everyone. There will always be someone who isn't satisfied, and endless efforts to meet others' expectations only drain energy. It's important to learn to take care of yourself, not just others. How to handle this the right way. Here are 4 tips. Allow yourself to say no if something doesn't bring you joy. You have the right to. Reevaluate your priorities. What truly matters to you, not just to others? Make time for yourself. Pursue hobbies, rest, and focus on your own interests. Remember that your feelings and desires are just as important as everyone else's. Do you often put others' needs ahead of your own? Working just for the sake of it. If you have the opportunity, take a break. Martha has spent her whole life staying busy. Even after retiring, she constantly looks for things to do, tending to her garden, helping her children, and taking on any task that comes her way. She feels that without work, her days lose meaning. But the constant busyness wears her out, and instead of feeling joy, she often feels exhausted. Many older adults experience this. After decades of work, it may seem like life feels empty without it. However, retirement isn't the end of being active. It's an opportunity to focus on yourself, rest, and explore new interests. What can you do? Allow yourself to rest without guilt. You've earned it. Find an activity that truly brings you joy rather than just filling your time. Travel, try new experiences, and attend interesting events. Spend more time with loved ones, not out of obligation, but for genuine connection. Do you let yourself simply enjoy life? Be honest. Here's another habit that can greatly impact your quality of life. Fear of change. Martha has always followed the same routine, taking the same routes, eating the same meals, and surrounding herself with the same people. She is cautious about anything new, whether it's modern technology, changes in her city, or even unfamiliar dishes at a restaurant. She feels like at her age, it's too late to make changes. Many older people fear change. But here's the good news. It's possible to overcome this. It's never too late to try something new. The world keeps moving forward, and every stage of life has its own joys. How can you embrace change? Learn to use new technology. It makes life easier and helps you stay connected. Even mastering just a few basic functions can be a great start. Try new foods, explore new places, and break out of your usual routine. Even something as simple as taking a different walking route near your home can be refreshing. Expand your social circle. Meet people of different ages and backgrounds. Learn new skills, painting, a foreign language, gardening, or anything else that sparks your interest. Even the smallest new experience can greatly improve your life. Do you embrace change easily, or do you prefer to stick to familiar habits? What's something new you've done recently? This is the point I mentioned at the beginning. Interacting with toxic people. Don't waste your energy on those who don't appreciate you. Martha has grown used to tolerating unpleasant behavior from those around her. She listens to her neighbors' endless complaints, endures criticism from acquaintances, and puts up with rude remarks from distant relatives. She believes this is just the way things are. You can't simply cut people off. But after such interactions, her mood worsens and she feels drained and anxious. Many older adults continue maintaining relationships with people who bring them no joy, whether out of habit or a sense of obligation. But why waste your energy on those who don't respect or value you? It's important to surround yourself with people who bring warmth and positivity into your life. Wouldn't you agree? How to distance yourself from toxic people. Identify who in your life causes you stress and negativity. Limit contact with those who constantly criticize or take advantage of you. Instead, spend more time with those who uplift and support you. Don't be afraid to say no to unwanted interactions. Your peace of mind matters more. If someone takes offense, that's their problem. Did someone from your life come to mind while reading this? Trying to control your children and grandchildren. Let them live their own lives. Martha has always tried to help her children, giving advice on how to raise their kids, suggesting better ways to manage their family budget, and worrying when they made decisions she didn't agree with. She felt that her experience was valuable and necessary. But over time, she noticed her children pulling away. They called less often and were reluctant to share details about their lives. Many parents face this situation. The desire to pass on wisdom and protect loved ones from mistakes is understandable, but excessive control can lead to frustration and distance. Learning to trust your children and allowing them to make their own choices is essential. What can you do if you tend to be controlling? Accept that your children have their own lives and the right to make their own decisions. Offer support, but don't impose your opinions. Ask if they actually want your advice. Find hobbies and interests that give your life meaning beyond family matters. Celebrate your loved ones' successes, even if they go about things differently than you would. Have you noticed yourself giving unsolicited advice? And do you know what else seriously harms your quality of life? Worrying about what others think. Martha has always tried to live in a way that wouldn't invite criticism. She made sure to look respectable, speak properly, and avoid doing anything that might spark gossip. Even in small things, choosing clothes, hobbies, or travel. She wasn't thinking about what she wanted, but about what her neighbors, acquaintances, or even complete strangers might say. Many people over 70 still worry about others' opinions, even though it's long past time to relax and enjoy life. The key realization is this: you can never please everyone, so worrying about it is pointless. How to overcome this? Do what brings you joy, not what's considered acceptable. Wear clothes that make you feel comfortable regardless of trends or outside opinions. Explore new hobbies, even if they don't fit age-related stereotypes. Remember, a happy life is one lived by your own rules, not by other people's expectations. Do you often catch yourself thinking, "But what will people say?" And now, the very last point, but that doesn't make it any less important. Neglecting your health. Martha always prioritized her responsibilities and family's needs over her own well-being. She would skip doctor's appointments thinking, "It'll pass on its own," rarely paid attention to healthy eating, and spent more and more days at home, complaining of fatigue. She believed that at her age it was too late to change anything. Many people over 70 start paying less attention to their health, assuming that it no longer matters. However, this is precisely the time when self-care becomes more important than ever. The good news is that simple habits can help maintain energy, vitality, and joy, no matter how old you are. How to take care of your health. Get regular medical checkups. They can help prevent serious issues. Stay physically active. Walking, light exercises, or yoga can boost your energy. Maintain a balanced diet. Eat more fruits, vegetables, and nutritious foods. Don't forget to rest. Quality sleep and a positive mindset are just as important as staying active. Remember, it's never too late to start living an active and fulfilling life. Life doesn't end. After 60 or 70, its quality is in our hands. We've gone through 10 things to let go of in order to make life simpler and happier. Excessive frugality, grudges, fear of change, and trying to please everyone. These only drain energy and prevent you from enjoying each day. Martha realized it was time for a change. She allowed herself to spend money on things that brought her joy, stopped worrying about others' opinions, cleared her home of unnecessary clutter, and started taking better care of her health. Most importantly, she learned to live for herself, not for others' expectations. Which of these points resonated with you? Perhaps it's time to let go of unnecessary worries and embrace a lighter, happier life? The most important thing to remember: it's never too late to start living with joy.